When choosing a community to live in, cultural activities, community events, and the arts are always something residents look for. The City of Winter Haven has a party coming up that you don't want to miss. All the details are coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Tina Mann, and joining me in the studio today is Katie Worthington with the Winter Haven Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So there's a really fun event coming up in Winter Haven. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So we are getting ready to hold our second annual Communityfest Winter Haven on February 20th in downtown Winter Haven Central Park. And this event is actually a two-part event. So the first part is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it will be basically a craft, community, and kids festival. So that's basically put together for families. And we will have, of course, craft booths and a business vendor booths with different sorts of activities, as well as a game area with numerous booths for kids to play games at, you know, the old carnival games, shoot the balloons and darts and things of that nature. And then several bounce houses that are being provided by Heartland Church, one of our chamber members. So we're really excited, and it's all completely free during the day. And so really we hope that families come down and bring the kids and have a good time down there. So we're really excited about that. And all of it's made possible by our Communityfest sponsor, which is Citizens Bank and Trust. And this is the second year that they've partnered with us on this event. And it's great to have a community bank get on board for really bringing the community together.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and you said it's completely free, so there are multiple bounce houses and...
Yes, lots of things for the kids to do there and really be able to enjoy a great day outside in the completely renovated downtown, which is great. And so that portion of the day from 11 to 5 is completely free. And then we have a second portion of the event called Taste of Winter Haven. And so that's the time when the kids can stay at home and the adults can come out and play. And that is really an event focused around Winter Haven food and flavor. So we have numerous local restaurants that'll be offering tastes, as well as craft beer and wine, local wine. So we have Bernie Little Distributors and Budweiser that will be offering up to or 18 or more craft beers for the individuals to taste, as well as Grove Roots Brewing Company, which has not opened yet in Winter Haven, but we are so excited. It'll be opening in June of 2016, and Joe Dunham, the entrepreneur that is starting that brewery, will be there to give out individual taste of that as well, and it's very good. And then we have several wineries, local wineries, Lake Ridge Winery, many people are familiar with, as well as a winery in Lake Wales, Fiddler's Ridge, that will be out. And so we may have more. We've still got about a month, so we're continuing to add vendors to both events. So there are still vendor spots available if anyone would like to come on board for the event as well.
Okay, and what kind of food can people expect?
Actually some fan favorites. So Harborside, for example, is one of the restaurants that will be out, and they'll be offering different tastes. Tanner's Lakeside, which is another Winter Haven favorite. Last year they were offering, you know, bites of lobster or crab cakes and different things of that nature. So we haven't received the menus yet from all of the restaurants. So normally they put those together about 2 weeks out. But it was delicious last year, and all we heard from everyone was, wow, this event's amazing, and I'm so full, and that's what we wanted to hear. Yeah. So we were really excited about that.
That's awesome, and in addition to that, there's going to be entertainment from, you know, the morning all the way until the evening. Why don't you tell us about the morning schedule of events?
Sure. So in the morning we have, like I said, from 11 to 5, we've got pretty much a different entertainment or musical act every half an hour or so. So we have a gentleman that came last year named Rick Hubbard, who does a Kazooby Kazoo show, and that is actually being sponsored by Bond Clinic, and they basically hand out kazoos to kids and get them up on stage and involved in really being the entertainment. And last year they drug some parents up as well, which was quite hilarious. But he's great. He's a great MC, kind of entertainer for all the day's entertainment. And then we have a band from Hearst AME Chapel in Florence Villa, which will be coming out, and they are wonderful as well. A really amazing kind of jazz feel to that. The Cloggers will be coming out, which is always a fan favorite to have them come out. We've got a Zumba instructor that'll be coming out and doing a Zoom. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure how that's going to go over. And last year, I mean, it was amazing, the people that came from every corner of the park to participate in this dance Zumba thing. It was. It was. So that's kind of more the community people leading the entertainment during the day of different genres and from all around. And then evening we have Bee Haven, which is one of Winter Haven's favorites, favorite bands. And they will be performing throughout Taste of Winter Haven. So that's from 6 to 9. And that portion, the Taste of Winter Haven portion, is being held on the chamber grounds in the park behind the chamber. And that's at 401 Avenue B Northwest. So the 3-story building in downtown Winter Haven with the breezeway through the middle.
So for people who aren't super familiar with Winter Haven or Bee Haven, what type of music do they play?
They play they play everything from the modern. Last time I was at an event, they were, singing all about that bass and all that kind of stuff. So they have that, as well as some of your classic favorites and your 80s favorites and 90s favorites. So pretty much anything you can sing to, they would be able to play. So
good all-around band.
Yes, yes.
Winter Haven's just experienced so much growth in the last few years with new events and just this revitalization of, the downtown. It's really amazing.
It really is. I'll tell you, it's hard to find a weekend to do an event in Winter Haven through the cooler months, and that's what's kind of exciting. I actually used to live in downtown Winter Haven, and every day I'd walk out my door from my condo, and there would be some event stationed and set up in downtown Winter Haven, and that's really exciting to see. And what's really exciting about it is the community are the ones that are really doing it. The different civic groups, the different nonprofits, are the ones putting together these events for the community, and the community is really supporting it. So it's exciting to highlight all of the amazing things that are happening in Winter Haven, and a lot of it's happening in our downtown, which is great, but that's rippling out. Of course, Legoland Florida has been incredibly successful, and they're a sponsor of our Communityfest event as well. So they've really jumped in feet first into supporting the community, and in fact they opened their brand new 4D movie last night, so it starts showing at the park today, and really exclusively at Legoland Parks to see the latest Lego movie, which is very exciting. So they just continually invest in the community in that way as well. But the investment in downtown, I think we all sit back and think about 15 years ago what downtown Winter Haven looked like. And I know you said you lived in Lakeland and Mulberry area, and you didn't really head over to Winter Haven that often.
But now it's becoming a destination.
It is. I'm so excited when I see my Lakeland friends over at Arabella's or any of our downtown restaurants, and it really is exciting to see. And a lot of that is private investment. The city of Winter Haven did kind of the initial investment, streetscaping and moving the library downtown and that sort of thing. But then the private investors came in and really have stepped up to make the downtown a great place, and a 250 spot free parking garage, which is also available during Communityfest and a good alternative to parking. So it really is amazing what's happened to this point, and then the steps that'll be taken to continue to evolve the Winter Haven community. So next year we'll probably be talking about the construction happening in downtown to build out South Park, which is basically where the events, they're going to try to push all of the events to go. So it'll be a specific area of downtown really formulated as multiple use for downtown events, as well as parking during the business day. There are so many businesses that have either relocated or started in downtown over the last probably 5 years. We've seen really an explosion of that. And even in employees, we had Merlin Entertainments move their national headquarters to downtown Winter Haven. And they originally thought maybe like 30 employees. I know they're already surpassed 60, and they're going to continue to grow there. So it's an exciting time, a really exciting time.
So events like this, like Communityfest, you actually have a website if they want any more information.
Yes.
And that's at Communityfest WH?
Yes, communityfestwh.com. And then, of course, on our chamber website, winterhavenchamber.com, we have a community calendar. So not only are our events listed, but the community can actually go on and put on their events. And that you don't have to be a chamber member to do. You can just go on, submit an event, and so you can also put your events on our website. So that's a great alternative to find out what's going on a weekly basis.
Sounds like a great resource. So for the Taste of Winter Haven, the tickets, they're $35.
Yes.
And how do people purchase them? Do they need to be in advance, or is they at the time?
Well, last year, Taste of Winter Haven sold out. So I would highly recommend that they buy them in advance because we were unable to sell them at the door because we had sold out.
Oh my.
So if we haven't sold out, they'll be available at the door, but I would say it's safer to say buy your tickets in advance. And they are, like you said, $35, and that's for unlimited tastes.
Oh, wow.
And so I think it's a really good value for what you'll be able to try that night and really be able to get a flavor for the Central Florida community. So.
And if they want to keep kind of up to date of what the menu and schedules, they just go to that website.
Right, communityfestwh.com. We'll keep that updated, and just to make life fun for me, we keep Winter Haven Chamber updated with the same information. So both places, wherever you look, you'll be able to get that information. So.
Sounds like a...
I like to create more work for myself.
I think we all do that.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a great event. I want to thank you for coming out today to talk about it.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and we hope that everybody can come.
The Winter Haven Chamber of Commerce invites you to their events. The first, Communityfest Winter Haven, is a free family event sponsored by Citizens Bank and Trust that includes live music throughout the day from local artists, numerous craft vendors, businesses, kids' game booths, bounce houses, a train, and other activities for kids. Communityfest kicks off Saturday, February 20th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Central Park in downtown Winter Haven. The evening event, Taste of Winter Haven, is a ticketed event for adults aged 21 and up, featuring beer, wine, and food tastings from area restaurants and live music from Winter Haven's favorite, Bee Haven. Tickets are $35 for Taste of Winter Haven, which will be located at 401 Avenue B Northwest in Winter Haven and will run until 9 p.m. For more information, give the Chamber a call at 863-293-2138 or look them up on the web at www.communityfestwh.com.